And they never expected you to get this far anyway. They never expected you to get here where you are today. This right here, what you doing right now, this what you stepping into, this what you walking into, this what you doing every day. You were never supposed to get here. They never expected you to get here on your own. They wanted you to believe that you needed their help to get to where you are right now. They wanted you to repeat that cycle and keep coming back to them over and over again for help. Just for it to be turned around and used against you. See, they expected you to stay at that low place forever. They expected you to need them forever so they can keep using it against you. That's how you stay looped in that cycle, thinking that you need somebody outside of yourself, thinking that you need people's validation, thinking that you need their help, their money. Like, you don't need that. You don't need that. And now you see that, dang, I could have been broke this cycle. Now you see that you were dependent on these people for so long and you never needed them in the first place. All you needed was God. All you needed was determination. All you needed was consistency. All you needed was discipline. That's all you needed. That's it. And you thought you needed these people? They wanted you to think that. They wanted you to believe that you weren't going to make it without them. You were supposed to depend on them always, to be a support system, to help you out with your kids if you have any, to help you with money when you fall on hard times. Yeah. And you did. You depended on them. We're talking about dysfunctional families here, toxic families, narcissistic family members. That's what we're talking about. Even exes, right? But we're really talking about family. These people wanted you to need them. You were set up, literally programmed to repeat a cycle, to keep going back to them over and over again and never stand on your own 2 feet. They never expected you to get this far. And every time you get up and you keep winning, you shocking them. They shocked. They're trying to figure out how they can get back into your life. They're trying to figure out how they can get access to you again. You're no longer there. You're no longer a punching bag for them people. You're no longer a vomit bag for these people. They can't kick you no more because you're not down no more. You started building with God without their help. You left. You left. And now things are different for you. Things different for you because you allow God to come in and take over, take control, restore you, give you back what was stolen from you, what was taken from you. Give you back your joy, your happiness, your peace. Provision. God's provision is always sufficient enough. And you just started trusting Him. That's why you have gotten so far. You have gotten to this point right here where you at right now. And they never expected you to get here. But now you're here. There's nothing they can do about it. And you're going to keep on elevating. You're going to always elevate. When you connected to God, you're going to always elevate. When you got a good heart, you're going to always elevate. You're going to always elevate. As long as you're willing to walk in God's will for your life, elevation, leveling up, you always on the rise, constantly. God wants to elevate us, but the enemy like to keep us in a cycle. You were in a cycle when you were connected to these people. You were in a cycle when you were around these people. That's why you kept reverting back. That's why you kept going back. It was like it was a cycle repeating in your life, like a circle. And you say, okay, the cycle ends here. I don't want this no more. I'm sitting here looking at my ring light right now like it was a cycle. You kept ending back up at the same spot every single time. You try to do it on your own. You were making it for a little bit. Boom. Back to familiarity. You tried it again. Boom. You went back every single time. It was a cycle. It was the programming, your programming. Your mind had to be renewed. You had to reprogram your mind. Get some new knowledge. Connect with God for real. And stop allowing the outside noise and distractions and dysfunction and the chaos and the toxicity reel you back in. And now you finally at peace. You're living a life that nobody expected you to live. You're living a life that you never even thought you would be living. You thought you would be repeating that cycle over and over again, but not no more. Now you've been walking in obedience to God, and every day look brighter for you. Yeah, you might have your hard days where it feel like you just want to just lay down in bed and just sleep, or you don't want to do nothing. You might have those days, but every day is still looking up for you, because God got your back. But them people never thought you would be here. They never expected you to get here. They never expected you to make it this far. And you just keep on elevating. You just keep on flourishing and leveling up. Drop it in the comments before you get off this video. I'm going to keep leveling up. I love you.